Welcome back, everybody. This is the second part of a two-part video series showing you guys how to render out as different types of in different types of ways. So this way, we're going to use the image sequencer to compile a bunch of photos that we render. And so what we want to do is we want to keep the same settings that we had before. Again, I'm asking you guys for just 50% of the screen size is good for me. And the next thing we want to look at is where we want to put these files. So I typically like to put mine into a new folder just so that all of the images are in one place and they're not interspersed with other files. So I'm going to locate a folder that I created called Sky Renders, and that was just something I added. If you don't have a folder that you've created already, there's a handy little tool right here, has a little plus button next to the folder that allows you to create a new folder in that directory. So I'm going to click on that, hit accept. Now I already have rendered this out, so this is all of my renders already, but I'm going to show you anyway how to get those done, and I'm going to go ahead and click accept. And what that's done, I'm going to get rid of that. That should be in there. So I should have Sky Renders, and then it'll just be a slash or not a slash, and then just empty after that. Okay, so that's the directory where it's going to go. And then I want to make sure that I change whatever this is. You can choose any type of image file. The ones that you would probably be most beneficial are going to be your PNG, a JPEG, and maybe a TIFF. The PNG and JPEG are really good compressed files. The difference between the two, PNG supports transparencies where JPEG does not. TIFFs are really high res photos, but do take up a lot of space. So they're very large files. So I typically choose between one of these. Now, if you don't have any transparencies, PNGs is fine too. It doesn't really matter. JPEGs are great as well. So it just comes up to like preference and what you want to be working with. So it doesn't really matter. I can do PNG or JPEG. I'll just choose PNG. And then we don't have to do anything else other than render it out. And so I'm going to go ahead and start the render process. It's going to go into my Sky Renders folder. And then and then you'll see that, and then what we'll do is we'll put them into the video sequencer to render it out. So first I need to not render an image. Even though I'm rendering images, I need to render all of the images, all of the frames into images. So I'm going to render animation, and that will bring up my little window again, and it's going to start rendering all of my animation or all of my frames as still images. Okay, I'm going to let this go, and then I'll come back and show you how to get this into the video sequencer. Okay, the renders are complete. So now what I'm going to do is I want to just go ahead and recycle this and make sure that I've got all of my frames in that folder. And what I need to do is now I need to get these down to my sequencer. Now, I changed mine to my sequencer. It was the, it was the timeline. They look very similar here. And but if I do a right click, I can't, there's no way for me to add a video strip. So I need to be in my video sequencer, not my timeline. So my video sequencer is right here. It has a little clapboard. Shift F8 if you want to use the shortcut. So video sequencer, click that, and it doesn't look different, but it does different things. So all I need to do now is I need to add those images into the sequencer as a sequence. If I highlight this and I click and drag, I can only drag one at a time, and that's not a good thing to do. You want to add these as a sequence of images. So the way to do that is to add. So you guys know how to add. You can use Shift A, or you can use the little add down here, add image sequence. And so I'm going to use Shift A, image sequence. Now, before I do that, I want to remind you, you really want this playhead to be on the very first frame. So I have mine on 0. Now this lighter area demonstrates the width of my timeline, which I can change up here. Frame start, frame end. I'm ending on 19 just to show my sequence. But yours might be like 300 and something. So you just want to make sure that your ending frame looks right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my images now. And I'm going to do an image sequence. And I'm going to go find all my photos. Let me get that out of the way. I'm going to go find all my photos up here. So 0 down to 19. I can hold my shift key, or I can do a click and drag across all of them. And then I'm going to add image strip. And there it is. There's my image strip. Now if I drag my playhead across, you can see it in this. Let me zoom in so you guys can see. And you can see if you have all of your movement. That looks great. Okay, now we've got our image sequence. Now what I want to do is I want to make this into a movie. So I'm going to switch this, like I did in my first video. I'm going to switch this to the FFmpeg. And I want to make sure that my encoding is MPEG-4. Okay, this is going to make an MP4. So I've taken my images, put them into the sequence. Now I'm going to re-render it, and it goes really, really quick because all the images are already rendered. So it's just kind of putting it together for you. So if I want them to go into the same folder, I can do that. That's fine. That's not a problem. Or I can put it somewhere else. So just so you know. And then I'm going to go ahead and re-render. I can go ahead and close this now. I'm going to go ahead and re-render the animation, and it's going to render it as the MP4. So render the animation, and notice how quickly it goes. Done. And the reason why it goes so quickly, again, is because the images, the frames are already rendered. It's just compiling those images into a video. All right, if I go ahead and refresh this, I should now see my video, which looks like it's this one right here, 00 to 0019. If you don't name it anything, it's going to take the amount of frames, and the amount of frames starts with 0000 and goes up to 0019. In my case, yours might be again 327. Who knows? So, but that's it. And then you're going to locate that file on your computer, in your probably in your Finder if you're on a Mac, or your Explorer window if you're on a PC. And then you're going to upload that to my Connect. Okay, thanks a lot for watching. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.